Oh yeah, we noticed that we have something to do, or we had a pretty good chance like early on in the season because all of our guys were coming back and like we weren't losing anybody, so they're already excited about even looking forward. So I mean, their stress levels weren't as high. They were just going out and playing and having fun, and then we started losing a few games in district that we shouldn't have lost, and I could hear the talk on the sideline after the game, and they're talking to each other like, "Dude, don't worry about it. We're going to get into playoffs, and we'll be fine once we get everybody back. So just get through the season district wise, and we can go on, and when the results matter, we'll be fine." And that
Right.
was really cool to hear them like talk to each other that way. Like that wasn't me telling them that. That was them telling each other that, and I was just reiterating some of the good points I was hearing, and like I've been able to see the guys mature a lot over the last year, which is awesome. Correct. And I've been preaching it, since I started here. Like I don't need to be the loudest one on the field because I'm not even on the field. So y'all need to start doing it like even in practice, and they're talking to each other, they're getting each other up. They'll get angry at each other every now and then, being around each other for 6 months at a time. That happens. But they're figuring out, yeah, that they have a chance to do something special if they'll work together a lot more than just having me do all of it. Number one was having everybody there. Like
Mm.
we hadn't had our full 11. I don't think we've had our full 11 100% the whole season up until probably the second round of playoffs.
Okay.
Like the first round, we had one of my center backs like rolled his ankle so bad on a Saturday game that it looked like a softball.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, come on, dude. We're about to start playoffs. Starting center back, one of my defensive leaders can barely walk. I'm like, this sucks. So
Hmm.
I had a couple guys on the bench that could step in and fill that role, and he did. And then it started getting kind of iffy there towards the second half, and I said, let's just wrap this thing up, see if you could hobble along, and even just you being on the field, not at 100%, will be better than what we have right now. And he came
Sure.
in and made an impact. And then we just, from then on, every day during athletics and every day at practice, we wrap that thing up tight, compress it, ice it. And he was back to almost 100% in that second game. And it surprised the heck out of me. It looked like he broke it when I first saw it. I was
Mm.
like, this kid's done for the year.
Wow.
And just his resiliency and his want to win, like I can't imagine what kind of pain he was in. Like he was barely walking in class, then come out to practice, wrap that thing up, and then go about 100% during practice. And it was really cool to see him get out there and do something awesome. Absolutely. Like once we hit the regional tournament, I'm here again, hearing the guys in the locker room just talking to each other, and they're saying, dude, like we have a chance at winning a state championship this year. Imagine what we're going to do next year.
Mm.
Like we were talking about, like, guys, we're 3 games away from being the one of the best teams in the state.
Yeah.
Like we're top 16. We were top 16 going into the regional tournament, and they were confident going in. And we started off slow defensively. They gave up 3 goals in the first half, and we came out second half, and it was an atmosphere in the locker room. Nobody like we
Mm.
went down 3-1, and I'm like, oh man, we're about to quit. Like it's going to get ugly in the second half. Atmosphere in the locker rooms and during halftime was, we're not done. We're going to go out and we're a better team. Like we're going to go beat these guys in the second half. And we got so close.
Yeah.
But and that too, like we were talking about it. I think everybody on the field cramped up at one point. I lost a starting defender to a possible ACL injury in the second half. So leaving that game, we were disappointed, but we were content, if that makes any sense. Like
Right.
we did something special. We lost a game, a tight game. Like realistically, going in, if we had won and going in Saturday, most likely would have lost because we were down 2 starters. Everybody was cramped up. We were playing again in the heat the next day, so we were fine. I know that sounds bad as a coach, but we were fine losing that game. Didn't
Mm-hmm.
want to, but it wasn't the end all be all. Like we
Yeah.
knew we got another chance at it next year, and we're going to go even further next year. Yeah, it's awesome for me, but I feel even better for the kids. Like these guys work their tails off, and yeah, I hate to toot my own horn. Yeah, I'm a pretty good coach, but I give a lot of the credit to these guys because they're just so talented.
Mm.
Like I have a special group of kids this year and next year, and they see it, and everybody else is starting to see it, and then they're getting more confident because we're bringing everybody back. So sky's the limit as to what we can do going forward.